like a different team from night 1 to night 2, and of course just looking like a different team tonight for night 3, if you will, because they're playing the same team for a third time.
That's the old classic 3-game series to begin the season. But again, you look at this Steel team, and one of the things you could look at is, they had the opportunity to close out those first couple of games as well, and you were not able to come and pick up the win. So you're definitely, there's a little bit of the factor of, oh, this team's beat us twice, but especially when you had victory in your hands and it fell out of it for Greensboro to come out and be able to pick up those wins. You can definitely tell this Steel team's going to be super excited to, as we've mentioned a couple times, get back, get that first win, and throw that monkey off the back.
Absolutely. I think one thing they're going to definitely try to focus on tonight that we kind of saw in the first game and that second game for them is how they respond after halftime in that third quarter. That's been a big quarter for them. Offensively and defensively. I think in that second game, they had that lead going into halftime, and they came in the third quarter and kind of beat themselves a little bit, which, of course, Greensboro is a good team, but they didn't necessarily beat Savannah Steel in that quarter. Savannah kind of beat themselves in that quarter. So I think that's going to be something they definitely try to focus on, and just finishing well. So I think that's what we're going to see a lot of tonight. They look warmed up. They look good. They're happy. They're dancing. They're sweating. They're definitely warmed up and ready for this game.
Absolutely, and adjustments are a big part of sports, and you'll hear a little bit here, and if you're those who watched on our YouTube channel, with your coach's conversation there with assistant coach Takara Ross, she mentioned, that it's kind of hard to be able to see and know everything that's going to come about just because you don't know what you're going to get. It's the first time this league's ever existed. You don't know what other different things we're going to be able to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so that's what I think this team is looking for tonight, is just kind of getting that first game out the way, that first home game out the way. Hopefully that the Savannah crowd can kind of bring some of that energy as well to kind of help get them over that hump.
As it looks like we're going to have our American flags thrown out onto the court. We'll step aside and have everyone listen in. Welcome in those now watching on YouTube as well, as we are just a few moments away from tip-off here at Enmarket Arena. As the lights are down here, the team's about to be announced coming out onto the ice, but in the meantime, we'll announce the starting lineup for the visiting Greensboro Groove. They'll be going with number 0, the 6'4" forward/center from Baltimore, Maryland, that being Maria Gokdang. And we'll go to number 3, Diamond Johnson, one of the best players on this Greensboro team. 5'4" point guard from Philadelphia. She'll be wearing number 3. And then we'll go Kamaria McDaniel, number 41, the 5'10" guard from Michigan. Then to go to Kristen Williams, number 8, the 5'11" guard from Little Rock, Arkansas. And to round out the starting lineup for the Groove will be Myra Hollingshed, the number 21, the 6'3" combo guard from Houston, Texas. As they show a little bit of the intro in here from the initial announcement of the UPSHOT team. Now we will come here and really come to look at some of the players to watch in this matchup, looking at warm-ups from earlier today. And, you know, you have two of the best scorers in the league so far in the early going. Looking at on the side for Savannah, we already mentioned her a little bit. Lasha Petrie led all of the Savannah scores and really all the league entering this week after the first 2 games of the season. Then on the other side, it's Diamond Johnson. She can really take over a game on the Greensboro side.
Absolutely. I mean, Diamond Johnson scores 30 points in game 1 last weekend, and then turns around and scores 27 in that back-to-back, almost the same exact numbers, right? And then Lasha Petrie, of course, coming off the bench, scoring 32. So we're definitely looking for them to match up well and just kind of do what they do to pull their teams to win.
Certainly a couple of those players there, and you had the great note you were able to put up earlier that I was able to read as well. Greensboro, very top-heavy coming in to today as well. 3 players accounting for what is almost 3/4 of their points.
Absolutely. I mean, when we look at what Greensboro likes to do, I mean, when they like to speed it up, they have a heavy backcourt configuration of just Diamond Johnson, Maria McDaniels, and Kristen Williams, and they just kind of like to get out in transition and get those early opportunities with some perimeter ball rotation. So we're looking a lot for them to kind of continue that. When they want to lock it down, Greensboro has a massive baseline featuring Maya Hollingshed, Maria Gokdang, and then Amaya Joyner as well. And they kind of switch everything on the perimeter, right? Their wings, and they rely on just the pure length in the force low efficiency mid-range floaters from other teams like that. So that's what we're expecting to see. And then of course just Diamond Johnson again being that primary threat. She's the person you go to when the game is on the line and you want somebody to score big. Everything routes about to just isolating or trapping Diamond Johnson. I mean, if Savannah can deny her clean off entry lines or off screens and force secondary creators to beat them late in the shot clock, they might have a good chance of winning this game.
And here come the Steel coming out of the floor for the first time in team history here at Enmarket Arena, looking to start off hot, just like that pyrotechnics we saw them just a couple minutes ago, and right there.
I feel the heat all the way over here.
As they're having everyone come out onto the floor individually to be able to announce the whole team and the whole support staff, everyone as well. And coming out now is the head coach from just up the road in Statesboro, Coretta Brown. Will come into getting the whole roster will be announced now here in this moment.
Okay, coach looking very sharp in her suit. She's handling business tonight.
Now we'll start with number 3 coming out of Tanayana Moore. Sydney Shaw will be right after her, coming out of the high 5 tunnel here. Cologne will be the next one to come out. She'll be followed by Q Morrison. Melissa Richardson will be next coming out of everybody. And rounding out the non-starters will be number 34, Lauren Taylor. Now we're going to have the starting lineup for the Savannah Steel in the home opener. Starting with number 10, that'll be Megan McConnell from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the guard. After her will be number 14, Harmony Turner, the 5'10" guard as well from Mansfield Tech-It. We already mentioned her, the next starter, number 15, the guard, Lasha Petrie from Detroit, Michigan. Now we'll go to number 25, Olivia Cochran, the forward. And Z Spearman as well, the forward. And that rounds out the starting lineup here tonight for the Savannah Steel. So we're just a few moments away from tip-off here. The Steel will be in the pink uniforms with the black numbers on the back. On the other side, the Groove look like they're going to be in their blue uniforms as well. Referees in today's contest, our trio consists of Dominique Hunter, Austin Everhart, and Brendan Ryan. Couple last pregame messages before we go out. Now that we're just a couple seconds away, Destiny, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Again, I'm expecting Savannah to come out on fire. We saw the pyrotechnics going on and all the pageantry going on in this arena right now. So we can see that the Steel are really feeling it. Again, they warmed up hard. They were sweating. They were talking. And so we heard Coach Ross in pregame talking in shoot-around talking about how they needed to come out ready and come out ready to throw down. So I'm expecting the Savannah Steel to come out and really give the Greensboro something to move about. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely is. Getting ready. Savannah will go right to left in this first quarter, with Greensboro going left to right. It's finally here. Professional women's basketball in the hostess city. First, we're going to have Mayor Van Johnson here at center court, along with Cheryl Miller and the commissioner of the UPSHOT League, Donna Arenda. Now we have the opening tip here from Mayor Van Johnson, and now we'll have one from Sarah Miller. Now we should be all ready to go here. And our opening tip will be Z Spearman going against Maya Hollingshed. Professional women's basketball in the hostess city's underway. Turner on the left wing. Up top, McConnell barks out instructions. Waiting to find some space. Shot clock down to 12. McConnell dribbles to the right, but we're going to get a 3-second call. 3-second call in the paint from Maya Hollingshed, so we'll have some free throws upcoming for Savannah. Stepping to the charity stripe, Laisha Petrie. First one is up and in. And Savannah takes a 1-0 lead just 15 seconds into the first quarter. Side out of bounds entry for Savannah. Turner will enter it in, gets it to McConnell, backs her way up towards the minute line, dribbles towards the left, now goes to the left wing. Looking to drive in is Petrie, tries to get a pass off, does not connect. To go the other direction is Johnson on the left side. Dribbles now towards the baseline, floats it up off the window and good. Greensboro leading 2-1. McConnell brings it down the floor. Faces some pressure, gets it inside. Jump shot from just at the foul line doesn't go. Rebounder also grabbed right back to McConnell after the initial miss from Cochran. McConnell driving to the lane, gets it to go, and Savannah back in front 3-2. Greensboro coming down the other end. Williams on the left side, now straight away to Hollingshed. Backdoor cuttings Johnson, now to the right corner, taking the three, and off the back iron there, not being able to get it to fall was McDaniel. Turner now in transition on the right wing. Looking for a lane, takes the three. This one is off the front iron. Rebound grabbed by Cochran in the paint. Picks up the dribble, fadeaway jumper. That one's also off the mark. Coming and getting the rebound is Turner, laying it up and in. Good job on the offensive board there by Savannah. Looking to drive their way in as Hollingshed. Fire for three, and that one rattles home, and we're back to being tied at 5 aside. Harmony Turner on the left side in this tie game in the early going. Turner will drive, gets a backdoor pass to Spearman. Faces some pressure, looks to cut her way up, gets the shot off, doesn't get it off cleanly. Spearman grabs her own rebound, can't follow it up. Ball still loose in the paint, and Diamond Johnson, probably the shortest player on the floor, is the one that grabs a loose change. Johnson in transition for three. That one goes all the way around but won't fall. McConnell looks to go in transition now. Goes in the paint, tries to drop off a pass, but she's fouled in the process. And that's where we get the whistle of 7:48 remaining in the first quarter.
Yes, we're absolutely seeing, again, Savannah coming out on fire. They're moving quickly, they're communicating, they're talking, they're doing a lot of the things that they had to work on. I mean, rebounding very well. We just saw Harmony Turner get 2 offensive boards, Olivia Cochran get 2 offensive boards, Z Spearman get her own offensive board, and then we see them follow through with that and finish, and that's what they're talking about. So now we're getting to see a little chance of them also work. They also worked on a lot of free throws in this past week at practice as well, so we're going to see Megan start it off and see what really happens.
Already 1 for 1 from the charity stripe, and this one are the Steel. McConnell approaches the line here. Quick conversation between 2 of the referees, and a third one going over to both bench to mention something to both coaches. McConnell has been waiting at the free throw line here for a second. Now it looks like we have a call going against Savannah. Laisha Petrie gets a technical foul, 3 throw on the other end that does not fall for Hollingshed. So all that ruckus there didn't result of anything, just a foul against Laisha Petrie. Now McConnell will step to the stripe and will shoot 2. First one off the front iron does not fall. McConnell will line up again. This one also does not go. Grabbed out of the air by Gokdeng. Pass ahead to Johnson on the left side. Cutting the way to the middle, now towards the right side. Now going back to the left is Diamond Johnson. Ball knocked off her foot and out of bounds. Good defensive play there by number 15, Laisha Petrie.
Laisha Petrie has just been doing a lot of the things that this team needs. I mean, we see her when she's practicing with the forwards, and then you come out here and watch her play, and she's playing at the 3. So it's very interesting just to see how much she can really do for the Steel on all different positions.
Cochran inside, spinning, kicks it out. Turner fakes a 3 to the elbow of the floater. That one hits off the bottom of the front rim. Rebound grabbed by Greensboro. Johnson on the left side, backs her way down, dribbles to the right, hands it off for a teammate in Hollingshed. Dribbles to the left, hands it off for the teammate in Williams. Williams has her pocket pick. It's Petrie the other direction, left-handed layup. It's good, and Savannah back in front, 7-5.
That's Laisha Petrie again, just showing what she can do, and she's playing defense on the point guard right now. So I'm not surprised she did that.
Cutting the lane, going to the left block, getting the shot up, but not falling was McDaniel. Rebound, grabbed by Savannah. Other direction is Turner, inside of Cochran. She's banged from behind, no call. Ball's thrown forward, a collision of bodies right in front of the Greensboro bench. No call, but it goes off of the Groove, and Savannah will have it right around center court.
Again, we talked about how Diamond Johnson is the primary threat for this Greensboro team. So Savannah was going to have to isolate her, and that is exactly what Laisha Petrie is doing right now. She's isolating her. She's putting her in a trap. She's denying her the ball. So she's just doing what the Savannah Steel need her to do.
Ball inbounds to Spearman, hands it back to Harmony Turner. Looks to make a room, try to get it inside. Picked off, going the other direction, it's Hollingshed. Hollingshed slows it down, picks up the dribble, goes to Johnson, who straight away just outside of the center logo. To the right, now to the right corner. We're gonna get a 3-second call.
Olivia Cochran.
Against Olivia Cochran.
Maya Hollingshed is a very interesting player. I mean, she's a versatile, elite standard for a stretch forward, right? She was a first-round draft pick overall, 8th overall, formerly. She shot 42% from downtown early in her career and is just completely comfortable executing those pick-and-pop actions. So we see Diamond Johnson trying to get her in a lot of those pick-and-roll positions, and just having Z Spearman have to stand up in her defensive stance to kind of stay engaged into the play right there with Diamond Johnson.
Diamond Johnson was able to make the 1-3 throw through to the defensive 3-second call. Johnson straight away from 3 off the front iron. Rebound grabbed by Q Morrison, who just entered the game. Pass ahead, right side. Cutting in is Petrie. Off the window and in.
Laisha Petrie, she's just such a dynamic scorer. I mean, she does what she needs to do. Again, she just elite, multi-level scoring, defensive versatility. We've seen that already in the steals that she's had and just her running the floor.
Inside, getting it to go and flipping it in is Hollingshed of a good post move. Steel inbound it, come the other direction. It's Q Morrison. Now dribbling to the left side, kicks it out of the left side. Trying to find the lane, but kicking it right back out. Lauren Taylor gets it back to a teammate. Now back to Taylor. Driving in on the left side. Looks to float it up. Contact made, and we get a foul call with 5:14 remaining in this first quarter. 9-8, Savannah in front. As Hollingshed will pick up the foul. It's her second. See there on the replay, driving in and drawing that contact was Lauren Taylor. Taylor will now step to the stripe.
Lauren Taylor has also been a player that has been working on her free throws a lot at practice this week, and hoping to kind of see that come to fruition tonight as she drains the first one and it just touches nothing but net.
As you said, that's something they really want to work on coming into today, and that's probably a thought where they thought, you know what, if we made more of these, we might be coming back 2-0 instead of being 0-2.
Exactly, especially in that double overtime game, for sure. I mean, being double overtime, there were so many clock stoppages, especially in that fourth quarter because of fouls, and the Steel just could not get what they needed to do, get the ball through the net to get those free shots. So you would hear Coach Brown in practice talking about, we're going to run if you miss. They're free. Let's make them. They're free.
They'd be running after that one. Rebound grabbed by Greensboro as they will look to start things up with Johnson. Dribbles into the left side, off the window and good. And we're back to being all square. Other direction, come the steal. Morrison on the right side draws the contact, and that's where we'll get the foul with 4:54 remaining in this first quarter.
It's very interesting to watch how Coach Brown and Coach Ross are substituting players, right? Because I mean, this is almost a different five, except you sub Z Spearman out to bring in Lauren Taylor, and you keep Olivia Cochran in, and then you sub Z Spearman back in with a whole new 3 guards that you have, and Olivia Cochran as well. And so we're watching. Coach Ross talked a lot about it just being about personnel, and so that's what they've definitely been trying to work on doing.
That's going to send us to our media timeout. We're all tied at 10 here at Enmarket Arena. You're listening to Savannah Steel basketball.
Trying to decide what to do in the future, considering Georgia Air
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com. Seconds before we get action coming back here for the first ever home game for the Savannah Steels. We're all tied 10 apiece. I'm Isaac Basinger, Destiny Hartwell will be the one that joins me here throughout all the season. Destiny will be with us every single game. As Savannah will inbound the ball from the right side. Looking to enter this one in is Moore. Gets it up to the top of the key to Morrison. On the left side, continue to work it. Moore inside now, trying to cut in is Taylor. Shot goes up and is blocked. Other direction, here we go. McDaniel on the right side, looks to drive in. Ball poked away from her, grabs it back and sends it up top. Now Johnson straight away. Johnson head fakes, drives on the left side, gets to the block, stops out of get it away, or it might have been a traveling violation. This one still goes off of the Groove, and Savannah will have possession.
That was some dynamic defense by the Steel, right? We see Ayana Moore kind of stay face guarded up with Diamond Johnson, follow her all the way around. And then Diamond Johnson tried to get kind of Olivia Cochran and Maria Gokdang into a pick and roll situation right there and force the steal.
Driving that one in is Q Morrison, 12-10, Savannah in front. Working it around, McDaniel hands it off. Looking to work around is Joyner. Hands it off for another teammate in Jones. Jones outside to the left to McDaniel. McDaniel's the triple off the mark. Rebound grab by Lauren Taylor. Carries it down the floor. Dribbles to the right side. Hands it off for Morrison. Back over to Taylor. Inside Spearman. Spearman driving, spinning, going up, blocked. Rebound sits there, try to be grabbed, still loose in the paint. Now bodies come together. Now we get a foul call coming up against Savannah. We'll go the other direction.
See the ball crew out there early doing their work early. He wasn't even going to wait for them to get off the floor. He was going to wipe around them on the floor until they got up. Love that the kids are eager. Thankfully, they're here to help.
Entering back into the game for Savannah is Laisha Petrie. Taking a seat is Olivia Cochran. As the Groove will control, carry it across half court. Johnson to the right side, hands it off for a teammate. Working to work inside is Joyner. Joyner right at the top of the key. Dribbles, now goes to the left side with a pass. Looking to work around. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Shot from distance, and that one's off the mark. Rebound goes off of an arm, but stays in play momentarily. But Ty Porchia's foot was on the line. That will be out of bounds against Greensboro. We'll go the other direction.
I think this matchup between Amaya Joyner and Z Spearman is very interesting. I mean, that's SEC and SEC. Joyner being at LSU, Spearman being at Tennessee, so they've seen each other's play for quite a while. So it's going to be very interesting to watch them continue that rivalry right here in the UPSHOT League.
Spearman inside. Petrie looking to work on the left block. Fadeaway jumper off the glass and no good. Rebound grabbed by Greensboro. Other direction. Diamond Johnson. She might play the whole game in this one. Gets a pass to the left side to McDaniel. Looking to drive on the right side. Takes some contact off the window. No good. But a foul's going to be called against Savannah with 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. The Steel out in front by 2. Stepping to the charity stripe, Carmia McDaniel. McDaniel so far in the young season averaging 12.5 points a game.
This is the first free throws that the Groove have had so far in this game for a shooting foul. I mean, they had Olivia Cochran, but that was an on-the-floor foul, right, and then some technical foul free throws, but this is the first shooting foul free throw they've had.
And they capitalize on the back end of it, making it back to being a one-point game. Morrison will pass to the right side. Ayanna Moore. Moore head fake, drifts over to the left. Faces a double team, look to get it inside to Spearman, goes off of an arm, back to Spearman, inside to Taylor who lays it in.
That was Ayanna Moore staying calm and getting that ball out of that trap in that zone to Spearman, and Spearman seeing Taylor so quickly, and Taylor making a nice move to kind of follow through and get that easy deuce.
Looking to go inside, off the window, off the mark is Porchia. Looking to go the other direction. Spearman with the pass from Morrison. Can't lay it in, but we get the foul. Spearman a little bit slow to get up.
Holding that left wrist a little bit that she feel like she fell on or something like that. But she's up ready to shoot these free throws.
Led to the line to shoot a pair. 14-12 being our score. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Spearman's first one off the mark. Spearman will get ready to line it up once more. This one also does not fall. Johnson grabs the rebound. We'll go ahead on the left side. Slows it down. Now drives over to the right, hands it off. Trying to drive in the lane, but having the ball taken away was Timmons. Morrison, the opposite number, comes in. Tries to go up for the shot, but it's going to be a jump ball. Great defensive play there by the Groove to be able to go and really grab that going up. That being Sonia Morris is able to tie that one up, and now we get the jump ball.
And Sonya Morris has done really well with just being where she needs to be. I mean, she's primarily perimeter floor spacer. She has quick and high release on her catch and shoot opportunities, and she's very comfortable operating in the secondary for sure.
A long three from Petrie off the mark. Rebound grab by Morris. Carries it down the floor, cuts to the left, right at the foul line. Fakes the shot, look to get it inside, but taken away by Q Morrison. Morrison, long pass ahead to Ayanna Moore. Moore to the top of the key, now to the elbow, now to the left. Block off the back iron and good.
Ayanna Moore being aggressive is what the Steel need. I feel like they missed a lot of that in that 107-105 loss last weekend, so she's definitely going to be a player they need to be aggressive so that we can continue to get some movement on the basketball.
Gokding, pass to the right side. Now looking to work right along the baseline on the right side, but the pass is taken away. Other direction, Petrie on the left block. Euro step, floats it up, can't get it to fall with 56.5 remaining in this first quarter. Savannah has an opportunity to continue this late run here at the end of the first frame.
And I think what started that is just the defensive prowess from Q Morrison. And I mean, she's not new to that. She leads this team in steals right now, and that's something she continued to do at Georgia as well. And I personally know that because while I was at Georgia, she was there too, so I got a chance to kind of watch her. And I mean, she's been doing what she's doing now since then, back in 2019.
Laisha Petrie's first one from the charity stripe falls. Have one more. Got to look at the replay of the foul. Comes against Diamond Johnson. That was her second, and we mentioned we might not see her on the bench. She hits the bench right now as Petrie makes her pay, makes both of them. Savannah has opened up their largest lead, which is 6. Williams across the minute line. Works his way on the right side. Faces some pressure from Petrie, getting close to 5 seconds. We're able to get it off to Morris. Back over to Williams. Dribbles along the top. Now straight away Morris for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound grab by Petrie. About a 10-second differential between the shot and game clock. Petrie straight away. Hesitates. Now drives the right side. Ball taken away from her. Other direction comes Sonya Morris. Straight away. Stops at the foul line. Doesn't take the shot. Kicks it over. Left side 3. This one's also off the mark. Rebound grab by Taylor. Shot clock is turned off. The Steel can wait for the last shot. As Moore crosses half court. Gets it to Morrison. Now down to 6 seconds. Morrison looking for a lane. Drives to the right side. In open. Layup and in!
And I mean, Q Morrison just being that floor general and really getting her team in the spots they need to with 6 seconds left to be able to move that basketball and honestly call that play, get that screen from Z Spearman and get around that screen and get for the easy deuce that was just right there.
Clock ran out. They're going to put half a second back onto the clock. Savannah leads 20-12. We'll have a quick inbound here, and that ought to do it for our first quarter. See if they can get the chance off. Not even going to try the full court heave. And that's where our first quarter of play will come close. Savannah leading 20-12 after 1 here at Enmarket Arena. You're listening to Savannah Steel Basketball.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what's in the future, consider Georgia Air National
The Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Welcome back here to Enmarket Arena. Second quarter about to get underway. Savannah leading 20-12, and Destiny's going to take us away here with some play-by-play.
Absolutely. Now we're ready. We see Greensboro go ahead and bringing it down the floor as Sonya Morris brings it across the stripe. She gets it over. Harmony Turner playing tight defense. Megan McConnell. And that is a shot by Greensboro. Jessica Timmons getting the three. Megan McConnell quickly bringing it down. Tight defense playing by Jessica Timmons right now. Megan McConnell trying to be that floor general. She's calling the play. Harmony Turner gets the ball, fakes, and she gets that mid-range jump shot off Savannah Steel, and it should be going the other way with Greensboro.
Yeah, so Harmony Turner there right at the foul line. Faked that initial shot to try to create a little bit of space to be able to get that one up, but just couldn't fall.
Kristen Williams bringing the ball down the floor. She passes off to Sonya Morris, who's taking the drive on Turner. She goes for the steal. Z Spearman with the block. Lauren Taylor and Ayanna Moore going the other way. Ayanna Moore takes the basket and forces the foul, and she'll be at the free throw line shooting for two.
Yeah, great job there in transition by Ayanna Moore to be able to fly down the right side. You draw that contact, so if it doesn't go, at least you know you're going to be headed to the foul line to get 2 free throws out of the process.
Ayanna Moore stepping up to the free throw line. 2 points, searching for another 2 points. As she makes that one, it's nothing but net. You hear everyone in the crowd telling her to breathe. She misses that one. Greensboro grabs the board, and we're heading the other way. Timmons get the ball. She's driving, and she passes over to Kristen Williams, who shoots that three. Turner tips that. Lauren Taylor gets the board. Greensboro playing some tight defense, trap defense, and Harmony Turner finds it. Megan McConnell at the three. She drives to the basket, passes out to Lauren Taylor, passes back to McConnell on the left side. They try to pass it into Z Spearman, but Gokdane kind of hits that ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Savannah on this side of the floor.
Yeah, was able to take away that pass was Gokdane. You saw McConnell drive all the way underneath the basket, had nowhere to go with it, had to flip it all the way up top to Lauren Taylor, who eventually got us to that last play.
McConnell to enter it in. Harmony Turner fakes a three, drives, takes it all the way to the basket, forces the foul, and she'll be at the line shooting for two again herself.
That's a really great play there by Harmony Turner. You look, there's 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock on that play. So to be able to draw a foul, get to the foul line in that case where, you know, if you don't get a shot off there, you're really going to be forcing something in the last couple of seconds of the clock.
I think we got to see her being a lot more aggressive in practice, and you would hear her make these plays and then go, there's the Harmony Turner I know, to herself. So definitely seeing her being more aggressive in this game as she makes that first free throw. Turner gets the second. Greensboro's taking it out as we come out. Kristen Williams bringing up the floor. She passes it off to Kamari McDaniel, who's driving on Megan McConnell. Then we get Timmons, who takes the shot. That last touch should have been off Greensboro. Still should have the basketball. Kind of see the Greensboro Groove coming in, playing some full court man defense. Ayana Moore has the ball at the top of the key. She drives, makes that pass to Turner, who gets that quick, too. Didn't even take a step. She just caught and turned around and shot it. Now she's hyping up the crowd, asking them to get loud.
No hesitation whatsoever. Right at that right block and laid it up and in.
Greensboro moving it around the key. Kristen Williams. That Gokdang gets the rebound, and then nice reverse layup to get the easy 2 right there.
Yeah, you saw Gokdang there use all of that reach of 6'4" to be able to reach around Petrie and get that nice layup.
Megan McConnell takes the drive. She kind of does that swim around, and you kind of see Kamaria McDaniel saying, no, please review that if you can. I did not foul her.
You cannot review this type of play, as we found out in the pregame, and you'll find a little bit more out on Sunday afternoon as well, as we'll talk to one of the lead officials here for the UPSHOT League. Only thing that can be reviewed, or the only time I should say, in the fourth quarter in the last 2 minutes, and also in overtime as well. And it's really only out of bounds on the play, as McConnell's first free throw was off the mark.
Megan McConnell really searching, trying to figure out to get her time to make these free throws. I mean, she's probably a top player with free throw percentage for this team, so she really has to find her groove, if you will, at the free throw line.
As you're not able to see McConnell make either of those, but the ball goes off of Greensboro, so another offensive possession underneath with 14 on the shot clock for Savannah. So you might not have been able to get that chance, but now you at least get another offensive possession.
Laisha Petrie with the ball at the top of the key. She drives and gets fouled as well. So she'll be at the line again.
We can definitely tell in the early going, this Savannah team does a really good job at getting to the line. But, you know, we talked to Coach Brown, and we don't want to harp on it too much, but you got to make the free throws. That's the biggest thing.
She said they're free. They're free for a reason.
I said that to her as well. I said, there's a reason why that first word of that is free. And to see if Savannah is able to, change that fortune and make a couple of free ones here.
Petrie, she's just been doing everything for this team so far. And, I mean, she's gone 3 for 3 right now with free throws, 4 for 4 if you count that first technical free throw she made at the beginning of the game. And she makes that one as well to go full 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Kamari McDaniels is bringing the ball up the floor. Megan McConnell playing defense on her. She drives, and she passes it off to Sahara Jones, who goes for the 2. There's a lot of bodies up there trying to rebound, but Megan McConnell comes down with it for the steal. And now we're heading the other way. Laisha Petrie pulls up for the 3. Something she is not new to. She takes those shots a lot, and that's how she had those 32 points in that game, that 107-105 loss last weekend against this team. Harmony Turner gets the foul, kind of coming in late on that rebound, and now Greensboro's bringing the ball the other way.
I don't know if that was a foul underneath. I think just Turner's leg just came down on the out-of-bounds marker as you get the mid-range jumper to fall there from McDaniel.
Megan McConnell being that floor general, bringing the ball up the floor again. She passes to Ayana Moore, who jabs and drives. Greensboro gets some hands in there, but unfortunately couldn't grab that ball after they forced that turnover, so it'll stay with the steal.
Yeah, sometimes, fortune goes, or as they say in golf, you get a member's bounce. I think that's what Savannah got there. You turn the ball over, but it goes right out of bounds, and you get it right back.
You see Sydney Shaw and Q Morrison coming in for the steal. Shaw goes for that 2-pointer and kind of misses it, gets blocked. Greensboro with the ball. Kamari McDaniel has it at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Kamari McDaniel kind of forces Harmony Turner on her hip, and Harmony kind of bumps her a little bit to draw that foul from Turner. It's on the floor, and the Greensboro Groove will be taking it out on the sideline.
Yeah, first foul of this quarter against Savannah as well. That's one thing you can look at between these two teams that they've done different. I believe we have a shot clock issue here.
Greensboro looking to bring the ball in as they get the shot clock situated. She gets it into Timmons, who passes it back to Kristen Williams. Q Morrison playing defense on her.
So you get the foul here. Again, I believe they pointed to the scores table against Q Morrison.
Q Morrison wanted to make sure they called it on her and not her teammate, Olivia Cochran.
Cochran is a force inside for this Savannah team.
She brings a different type of energy, and they really need her on the floor. Gokdang tosses it into Sahara Jones, who gets it over to Kamari McDaniels, who kind of baits Sydney Shaw right there for the foul on the floor. She said she was in shooting motion.
I guess I spoke too quick there. Mentioned Savannah didn't have a foul, and I think they just picked up 3 in about 30 seconds.
Shaw gets it into Timmons. Jones passes it back. Sydney Shaw takes that charge on Maria Gokdang. And we're gonna be right back after this quick little timeout right here in Enmarket Arena with Savannah Steel versus the Greensboro Groove.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do for the future,
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
The Savannah Steel are hosting the Greensboro Groove. Right now, the Savannah Steel are leading by 8, 27-19 in this second quarter right here. I mean, Isaac, what have you seen so far? What do you think that the Steel needs to do to kind of continue their dominance right now in this game?
To be honest, I think one of the things they've done so well has been driving to the paint, being able to get in there and force fouls. If we're being honest, to the top of my knowledge here, Savannah's not made a three yet. So it's all been done the hard way inside and just continue to try to drive their way in to be able to get those opportunities. So not shooting it particularly well, but they're still in front. So that's always a positive sign. As they always say, shoot or shoot, and eventually those will eventually fall.
Absolutely, and then on the other side, I mean, what do you think Greensboro needs to do to kind of get back into this game? We know they like to play quick in transition, so is that more what we need to see, or they need more of those transition opportunities? How do they create those?
Well, first off, it goes back to the other side. You can't foul. You foul, it really takes all the momentum out of the play. So if you're going to have to do that, it starts with good defense. You have forced some missed shots. After missed shots, you got to rebound and go hard the other way.
Absolutely, I completely agree. As the Steel bringing the ball down the floor. You see that Olivia Cochran with the ball on the inside. She makes that quick post move. Doesn't get the shot to fall. Gokdang with the rebound, and the Groove are coming back the other way. Maya Hollingshed with the ball in the paint on Laisha Petrie, and she gets the easy mid-range shot, staying calm under the pressure.
You see Petrie playing that forward guard combo position. Unfortunately, she's just going to be outsides in some of those matchups.
Absolutely, and I mean, you see Maya Hollingshed right there kind of reaching in with that, her right hand, not trying to bait that foul, but gets that foul last second on Q Morrison. Again, to stop the clock, which is not what they want to do. Now you have Q Morrison at the line.
Fifth foul here, so this will result in free throws as well for Savannah.
Q Morrison, these are her first free throws of the night. And she makes the first one easy money for her. Hollingshed goes to the bench for the Groove. Morrison misses the second. Greensboro grabs the rebound, and now we're heading the other way. Sydney Shaw playing some defense on Kamaria McDaniel. McDaniel pulls up for the three. Airballs it, and now Steel will have the basketball heading the other way.
Might be a shot McDaniel might want back. Felt a little bit rushed there. Had on the left side, a little bit of indecision. If you have it, you got to let it fly.
I think she was also trying to get her team in the right spots and then realized that the shot clock was winding down and she had to make a decision quickly. Q Morrison, she's passing the ball to Harmony Turner on the left wing. Harmony drives to the basket and floats the ball up. Misses that. Q Morrison with the offensive rebound. And Z Spearman gets the easy deuce to give Savannah Steel the 11-point lead as we're heading the other way.
Largest lead of the game for Savannah at the moment.
Laisha Petrie playing defense on Sahara Jones, who passes it to Kamaria McDaniel. Kamaria McDaniel drives in to three Steel players and makes the shot.
McDaniel did a really good job using body position to steal everyone off and being able to find a lane to get it off in the window to go.
We see the Steel moving the ball around the perimeter with those quick jabs or drives and passing the ball out. Kind of a little motion right here. Harmony Turner kind of almost getting that. It's a little kick ball, and it should stay with the Steel. But we see the Steel having some motion right there, playing motion to get the ball moving and get kind of Greensboro out of their groove, out of their spots a little bit. I promise I'm not making these, I'm not saying these things. It just kind of flows out.
One thing I think you want to look at here as well is I think Savannah really notices that, Greensboro has some really large players, trying to get them off the block as well.
Absolutely. Keeping the ball on the perimeter, make the guards have to switch, and then get some easy, quick moves and spots. Sydney Shaw with the step back and the three. Unfortunately, it hits the backboard, the side of the backboard, and we're heading the other way.
That was a shot there by Shaw late in the shot clock, one of the rookies on this Savannah Steel team, that you had to shoot it, and you have to let it fly, and sometimes they're not all going to be gems. Not
at all, but at least she's being aggressive, and I think Coach Brown would take that shot as long as she's shooting and being aggressive with it. Kamaria McDaniel with some body in there, misses the shot. Shaw with the rebound. Q Morrison pushing the ball quickly up the floor. She turns around and passes it back to Shaw, who gets the three, and she's happy, elated. She's, being very expressive about that shot.
You know what that one was? A gem.
That was a good take by Sahara Jones and Jessica Timmons. Ayana Moore with the moving the ball. She keeps it, drives to the basket, misses that. Greensboro grabs the rebound, and we're heading back the other way. Sahara Jones puts the ball up. Q Morrison trying to get that rebound over Gokdang. Gokdang ends up with it. Shot by Kamaria McDaniel, no good. Ayana Moore comes down with the rebound. She passes it off to Spearman up the floor. Spearman gets the foul, Gokdane, by being aggressive with that post move and staying calm under that pressure. And she'll be at the line shooting too.
One thing I was really impressed on that play was Spearman underneath. That one, try to go up and over. How hard it is to stop your momentum, plant that pivot foot, be able to turn and get that shot off as it sends us to the media timeout with 2:43 remaining in the first half.
And we'll be back to see Z Spearman shoot those free throws when we come back from this timeout right here.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Trying to decide what's in your future, consider Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Ryan and Sergeant
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
To 23 with 2:43 left to play. We should come back here with Z Spearman shooting free throws at the free throw line, and she missed her first two. She's 0 for 2 right now, so hopefully she can go 2 for 2 to be 2 for 4 on the night so far.
Yeah, hopefully Spearman can settle it down here. You have a little bit of time going into that media timeout to clear all those nerves, feel better, and know that you have over 3,000 fans here at Enmarket Arena ready to support her in this game here as 1-for-1 in sellouts on the season.
Every team has sold out so far with the home openers. She misses that first one.
A little bit too strong on that one.
And gets that second one to go. Going overall 1 for 3, 1 for 4 on the night. Greensboro looking to get the ball in. Savannah still playing some full court defense right now. Laisha Petrie going for this steal. Unfortunately, she kind of gets the arm of Jones right there and kind of ends up having to take that foul. Her second foul of the night. Diamond Jones, we have to kind of take a quick little seat. Laisha Petrie gets that steal, kind of pulls it back, waiting for the numbers of her teammates to get there. Ayana Moore with the quick pass into Z Spearman. Z Spearman looking to try to figure out what move she wants to make. Quick post move, Joyner with the rebound. Johnson bring the ball down the floor.
You can tell Spearman really wanted to get towards that block a little bit more, just wasn't able to. Good defense there by Joyner.
She was a little low on that fadeaway as well. Needs to play a little higher so she can get that shot off. Kamari McDaniel working on McConnell. with that shot, and then Petrie quick with the block. You see Morrison and Petrie kind of zooming down the tracks, down the court, passing the ball back and forth, and Petrie ends up with the foul.
Being able to see there is good transition play here. I believe we have a timeout on the floor. It might just be one of the 30-second variety, or everyone's still standing, so it makes me think it might just be the 30-second variety.
And we'll see Petrie at the line when we come back, and Petrie so far has been, shooting 100% at the free throw line, and hoping that she can kind of continue that when she gets back to the line after this timeout.
I think we're actually just going to keep it here as everyone is staying right here, as we've already went through our allotment of the media timeout so far here in our first half and in this quarter. Looking for Savannah to continue to play well. They're opening up now this 11-point lead. It's our largest of the contest so far. And we talked about it in the opener, our extended open here on this home opener. You want to be able to get to halftime and be able to play well as you have 109 seconds. First and foremost, you want to be able to keep that double-digit lead to be able to get that far. But once you get there, how are you going to be able to combat whatever the adjustments Greensboro is going to make in the third quarter? That's something that's definitely been the worst quarter so far for Savannah in the two early games. How are they going to be able to adjust and be able to, combat whatever the Groove are going to come out with in the second half?
Absolutely. I think we're seeing the Savannah Steel be so aggressive. I mean, in this front start, right? I mean, we saw them driving to get to the free throw line and actually turn around and making those free throws as well to reward themselves. But they need to continue to be aggressive even when they come out. I think that's been something. They've been leading at halftime in their first games as well. So it's really just a matter of how are they going to come out of the locker room? Are they going to continue to stay aggressive? Are they going to continue to drive? Are we going to see some three-point shots fall? They need to get probably Laisha Petrie going on the three-point. She leads this team in three-point percentage, and then continue to just be aggressive on both sides of the ball. Defense as well. Q Morrison getting those steals in. Laisha Petrie also getting some steals in as well. Some blocks. She leads the team in blocks as well. So again, she does a lot for this team, and we're hoping that she can continue that as she gets this free throw.
She looks to get the crowd hyped up after making that free one.
I think they're hoping the crowd can play a big part in just this win tonight for them. She goes 2 for 2 right there. Overall, it's 7 for 7 on the night. Timmons bringing the ball down the floor. She passes it off to Joyner. Joyner gets it to McDaniel. Z Spearman steps up for the team. McDaniel with the bad pass. Ayana Moore in the passing lane gets the easy two in transition, and Greensboro's got to bring the ball back down the floor.
Not exactly what they wanted coming out of the timeout either. Savannah's able to get 4 points just like that.
I wonder what Coach Brown is thinking right now. She's watching her team be this aggressive and play how she felt like they could play this entire time. Good pass by Greensboro. Timmons with the three is no good. Petrie with the rebound. Morrison bringing it past the half-court stripe. Morrison at the top of the key. She's calling the plays. Joyner comes up. Oh. Ayana Moore with the catch off of that pass. Z Spearman kind of holding on to the ball a little bit at the bottom, trying to kind of force Joyner into a foul, but doesn't get that, and it ends up being a jump ball instead.
Yeah, it was almost a turnover there for Savannah. They saw Q Morrison face double team pressure right towards the scorer's table and just threw it to an area that's never really a great idea. But Savannah ended up getting the ball underneath, but you have a jump ball here between two of the tallest players on the floor.
Z Spearman has had most jump balls for the Steel so far since the season started. Should be going to Savannah. Joyner kind of hits it out of bounds.
And that one just really delays the inevitable. Just a couple of seconds tick off the clock, but still 4.4 on the shot clock here, something to look at.
Moore looking to inbound. She gets it to Spearman off the block. Spearman passes it back to Moore, who gets the three as the buzzer beater is going off.
And another turnover by Greensboro, too. They just need to get this one to halftime if you're them. They are It's completely disjointed right now and not going by the beat of their own drum. They need to find, I'll take your own words there, they really just can't find a groove.
Savannah Steel just, I mean, we say here to steal the show, but I mean, they are the show right now. And we see more ready to inbounds the balls as the referees are kind of discussing what the calls were.
I think they were adjusting the shot clock. They put it to 14, should be a fresh 24, as Savannah did not have possession.
Q Morrison with the ball at the top of the key. She goes off a screen by Spearman. Again, Joyner stepping up. Morrison gets past that. She passes it to Lauren Taylor on the three-point line on the other side of the floor. Taylor can't make the shot. McDaniels with the rebound, and the Groove are heading the other way. Didn't get that transition bucket, and I think that's definitely what they're looking for. Greensboro moving the ball in some motion, and Shaw draws the foul on Timmons.
That's a play there. If you're Sydney Shaw, as you're a rookie, still learning the game at the professional level, you're running down late in the clock. There was not a much difference. You're under 10 seconds in the shot clock. That might have been a bailout foul in favor of Greensboro, because now go ahead to the line and shoot two after that was the 15th foul of the quarter.
Timmons makes the first one, bringing the Groove up 24 to the Steel's 40 with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Timmons makes the second one. Lauren Taylor quickly bring the ball up. Q Morrison bring the ball up the floor. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Q Morrison making a drive to move for the basket. She fakes Sahara Jones. Can't get a shot off right there. They kind of Jones and Joyner kind of team tag Q Morrison to kind of tie her up, and we're going to see this halftime with the Steel leading 40-25.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent second quarter there for Savannah to be able to really try to extend that lead, 15-point lead heading into the break. Exactly what they want to have. As we're going to step aside, and you're going to have yourself a little bit of an interview here. Tell us who you're going to interview.
Yes, I'm really excited. I mean, we have Cheryl Miller, who's one of the investors of this league, and she's going to get on and hopefully chat about just the UPSHOT League, what we can expect, and then just what she sees from these players and so far in this game and what she expects coming out into the second half. So
yeah, it's going to be a really interesting conversation with her. She is super excited to be here, and she should be really excited to see how many fans are in the stands here today.
Absolutely. And we'll be back.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do for the future, consider Georgia Air National. Sergeant Ryan and Sergeant
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Miller here, who is an investor of this league, and she's just a true icon of the game, right? I mean, we have Olympic gold medalist, right? Basketball Hall of Famer, one of the UPSHOT League's investors, and just one of the most legendary figures in hoops history, Cheryl Miller. So, Cheryl, it's an absolute honor to have you on.
You know what? It's a pleasure. This first half was something else, wasn't it? And the crowd has been wonderful. The facility is tremendous. My first UPSHOT game, and they have not disappointed.
I'm so glad you're here. So just going off of that UPSHOT, I mean, we see the atmosphere in this building tonight, correct? It's just, it's incredible, like you said. So as someone who's just kind of pioneered the growth of this league, the growth of this sport for decades, just when you look at the launch of this UPSHOT League and just the passionate crowd response of everyone being here tonight, just what does this expansion just mean for the future landscape of women's basketball?
Well, so many great people, you know, I have to thank for this whole, you know, UPSHOT infrastructure. Andy Kaufman is a tremendous asset, and he's the big wig. He's the main guy, and he had a vision a long time ago that he wanted to put something together and he wanted to do the right way, especially involving women's basketball. Donna Oriander obviously was a commissioner one time with the WNBA. Taj McWilliams Franklin, a great WNBA player. So there's a lot of people involved, a lot of moving pieces. Annie Myers Drysdale is also an investor. So we just felt so strongly it's the right time for women's basketball. It has been a movement for so many years, and this is a perfect fit.
I mean, everyone watches women's sports, right?
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so we see the UPSHOT League is already just putting some elite talent on display, like you mentioned tonight. We see Savannah leading 40-25. I mean, but we have some players like Diamond Johnson, who last weekend scored 30 points in the first game, 27 in that back-to-back game as well. So just from a broadcasting standpoint and a scouting perspective, just how impressed are you with just the sheer depth of the professional talent that these rosters are showcasing right out of the gate?
Diamond Johnson, first of all, is no stranger to me. She was the MVP, the NCAA Women's All-Star Game that I coached. So I'm well aware of her skill set and her talents. But that just goes to show you that, you know, there's so many players who don't want to stop and their careers aren't even close to being over. And that's what UPSHOT is all about, extending these young ladies' their careers. And also, you know what, when you put women's sports and cities together and you partnership with, you know, Savannah, Georgia, and you look at Greensboro, you look at Charlotte, you look at Jacksonville, when you can have the communities embrace each other, which they have done so well with UPSHOT, this is the result. Right. This is the fruit, and this league is here to stay, and it's going to continue to get better and better.
Absolutely. So looking at the action on the floor in that first half, we saw that real battle of styles between the Groove and the Savannah Steel, the perimeter depth from the Groove. The Savannah Steel's just competitive identity defensively as well. So as a legendary coach and player, what is the number one tactical adjustment you think either team needs to make coming out of the locker room for that second half?
Just outside, very outside looking in. Come on, Steel, make some free throws, number one. And number two, I thought that defensively, the last 3 minutes of that second quarter, they really turned up the notch, extended their defense full court, and that really bothered the Groove. And I think, obviously, you know, Diamond getting into foul trouble early kind of slowed and disrupted their rhythm a little bit. But right now, the Steel are just flowing. They are just flowing. Their bigs are rim running, and they're sharing the basketball.
Okay, so then just last thing, from your experience, what is the biggest mental challenge for these athletes as they transition from the locker room back onto the floor in these next 2 quarters?
You know what? Don't forget why you're here and who you are as a basketball player. Stay in your lane, stay within your skill set, and just continue to play hard.
All right, thanks, Cheryl Miller. We'll be back in 7.5 minutes for the Steel in the Groove in that second half, still leading 45-25. You don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Trying to decide what to do for the future, consider Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant White and Sergeant White.
hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Welcome back here to Enmarket Arena. Great interview there we just had with Cheryl Miller. Great job there with Destiny. And we're just a few moments away from the second half getting underway here at Enmarket Arena with the Steel leading 40-25. And, Destiny, you were able to see it a little bit better than I could there, having the chance to do play-by-play. What are some of the things you saw in that first half?
I definitely saw the Steel just being aggressive and continuing to be aggressive, getting to the basket over and over again. Like Cheryl Miller said, make some free throws. So we're hoping they can come out in this second half and make those free throws as they continue to be aggressive. And then on the other end, Greensboro just kind of still struggling to find their rhythm a little bit. I mean, they're drawing these fouls, but they're trying to draw these fouls and bait the Steel into some fouls, but they're not getting the calls they necessarily want. And the ball is just not falling for them. They're not taking the shots they're normally used to taking as well that we saw in their first two games. And so the Groove is definitely going to be looking to get into their groove finally. I feel like they never got their footing since this game has started. So in this second half, we're going to look for them to come out and try to punch the Savannah Steel in the mouth and get their first few baskets to get this game in motion for them. The Steel outscored the Groove 20-13 in that quarter.
Oh, one of those things as well as, we said like the shots weren't falling for the Groove in the first half. Good teams, eventually those shots will fall. So it's going to be big for Savannah to see what they can do here in the second half to not just like maintain the lead, but to continue to grow it all the way into the end. As that was a quick little recap of some of our thoughts were on the first half. Second half will be here just a couple moments after this quick break. So you're listening to Savannah Steel basketball.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Trying to decide what to do with the future, consider Georgia Air National. Sergeant Ryan and Sergeant White Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit GhostPiratesHockey.com.
Enmarket Arena, where the Savannah Steel are leading the Greensboro Groove 40-25 with gameplay starting in about a minute. I mean, we talked about what the Savannah Steel have done in that first half. They came out aggressive. They got to the free throw line. They made some of their free throw shots, hoping to kind of make some more. But just the aggressiveness they've had on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And then on the opposite side, the Groove looking to find their groove and get going in this game. This second half is what they're going to need to put themselves in, get themselves in motion as they're down 15 points. I mean, Isaac, what else can the Groove do at this point to get them into the game?
One thing, or at least from a mental standpoint, you can look at it for them and say, 0-0. You got to win the third quarter first. You got to win the, one thing I always like to look at in sports, especially when you look at the pro sports and there's media timeouts, you got to win the first section of the third. If you can win the first 5 minutes of that media timeout, all of a sudden you're creeping it a little bit down. You're not going to be able, there's not a 15-point shot in basketball unless UPSHOT decides to throw one in here before the end of tonight's game. So you got to be able to chip at it the whole way to be able to try to get your way back into the contest.
Absolutely, and we can't count them out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Diamond Johnson just go berserk in this third quarter to get her team back into the motion of things. I mean, like Cheryl Miller said, she is no stranger. Diamond Johnson is no stranger to the big lights, the big stage. We saw what she did last weekend in the opening weekend, so we can expect to see her doing that same thing in this third quarter to get her team started.
Definitely, that's one player, as you said. If you're looking for Greensboro, what do you need to get? You need to get her going. You also need to get Camaria McDaniel going as well. You can tell she was a little frustrated towards the end of that first half. Shots not falling, but you look at Diamond Johnson, 28.5 points average in the first 2 games of the season. That's certainly going to do something in the right direction.
The Groove will inbound the ball as they're heading. They're playing right to left, and the Steel will be playing left to right in this half. Kristen Williams bring the ball down the floor. She passes to Johnson, who passes to McDaniel, the top of the key. McDaniel gets the ball into Gakdeng, who passes it into Maya Joyner, who gets the tough lay, who she probably thinks should have been an and one on the other, and the Steeler bringing the ball down the other way. McConnell bring the ball up the floor. She's at the top of the key. Joyner and Johnson looking to trap. Harmony Turner almost with the travel, remembers that she needs to dribble the ball. She takes the screen off of Olivia Cochran, but throws the ball away when she tries to hit Cochran on that.
And 2 easy buckets real quick here to begin this second half for Greensboro. That's exactly what they're looking for, and you get a quick timeout from Coach Brown. She saw the story in game 1 and game 2. She's not about to relive it a third time. Right,
Coach Brown trying to get her team fired up, let them know where they are mentally, where you are. Remember why you're out here, like Cheryl Miller said. She's ready to get her team. She needs to get her team together. Maybe they need to talk to each other. So we'll see what they decide to do as we come back from break right here.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com. Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit GhostPiratesHockey.com.
Trying to decide what's going to consider Sergeant International
And we're back at Enmarket Arena as the Groove are up 40 to 29. I mean, the Steel are up 40 to 29. The Groove getting some quick points in there as halftime comes out, and the Steel forced to take that timeout to kind of get their bearings so they can remember that, hey, we're in the lead. Let's keep that lead. So they bring the ball in. McConnell at the top of the key. She is a quick pass into Cochran, who drives and hands off to Harmony Turner, who's at the top of the key, who's looking for a quick pass to Z Spearman, who passes out to McConnell, who moves the ball back to Turner, who drives and is going to draw the foul by Gokdang, who was kind of holding Turner on her arm in the drive to the basket.
Harmony Turner, we've seen her do it a couple of times already. She is going to find her way to get to the basket. Maybe expect her to maybe shoot a little bit more from the outside, but she is aggressive, getting inside, trying to get and draw those fouls.
Turner looking to try to keep those free throws going. She misses that first one after making the first two free throws that she had in that second quarter. Makes the second one for the Steel. Johnson bringing the ball down the floor. Petrie playing defense. Johnson drives. She passes it to McDaniels, who passes it back. Gokdang at the three. Passes it, tries to pass it into Joyner, but it's a little too far, and Joyner kind of mishandles it, and it's a turnover for the Groove. Steel basketball. McConnell kind of telling where her teammates where they need to be. She passes it back into Cochran. Petrie comes off with the handoff, looking to pass it into Spearman. Similar to the play they just ran with Turner trying to make that pass, and Turner got the foul. Turnover by the Steel. Johnson brings the ball down the floor. She fakes Petrie, who kind of goes flying past her, but then Johnson kind of airballs that shot. Still basketball coming back the other way. 8:14 left to play in the quarter.
I really like the move that Johnson made there. I think she just didn't jump into her shot, just kind of shot it flat-footed and didn't have any arc on it to be able to get it to go hit anything.
McConnell choosing not to use the screen. Passes to Petrie, who passes the handoff. Cochran keeps the basketball and takes it for herself. And Joyner with some good defense to kind of get that ball out of her hands without getting the foul called on her.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Not fouling in that scenario there was a fantastic play by Maya Joyner, and that was just fantastic play.
Laisha Petrie coming off the screen, can't get that three to go. Gokdang with the rebound, and now we're heading the other way. McDaniels, who passes it across the court to Kristen Williams, who shoots that three. Harmony Turner with the rebound, and the Steel are going the other way in transition. We're looking for a team to kind of step up in that transition pocket, see if they can get that. I mean, Turner takes that, misses that. Z Spearman can't grab that rebound. Johnson kind of grabs it. Johnson mishandles it, has to kind of circus pass it back to Gokdang, who passes it to Williams, who takes a shot at the top of the key.
They're going to get a foul inside here, I believe, on Spearman on trying to get the rebound. Might have wrapped an arm around inside, not allowing, I believe it was Joyner, to get a chance to possibly grab a board.
I mean, you saw Coach Janice Washington beside herself by the referee saying, you see that, well, you need to call it. Spearman's going to take a seat as Lauren Taylor comes in for her. That's Z Spearman's second foul of the night. Maya Hollingshed looking to pass the ball in. She does to Joyner. Gets the ball to McDaniels. Hollingshed coming across the top of the key for the three. Takes the shot, misses. Cochran with the rebound. Petrie coming the other way, still trying to get a basket in transition. Petrie with the spin on Johnson and gets it to go, and she is just hype with that shot.
Petrie was coming to get that shot, and it rang around the rim there. Some will call that shooter's touch.
Diamond Johnson with the jab and the drive. McDaniels with the three-point shot, misses it. Still with the rebound. Harmony Turner kind of playing some cat and mouse right there, trying to get the quick pass in to Lauren Taylor, but turns it over instead. Hollingshed streaking down the floor. She passes it out to Diamond Johnson for the three. Johnson comes up short. Lauren Taylor with the rebound.
You're expecting if you're Greensboro, Johnson's got to hit one of those eventually. And Savannah, you're happy they're not falling at the moment. I believe we just got a 10-second violation.
Megan McConnell looking a little confused, as well as Coach Brown, because that ball was rebounded and passed to McConnell as she's coming down the floor. Didn't realize it was 10 seconds so quickly.
Absolutely. Sometimes they can run by you too quick.
Diamond Johnson with the drive pass to Joyner, who just kisses it off the backboard for the easy deuce. Megan McConnell brings the ball. She passes it to Cochran. Passes it out to Laisha Petrie, who takes a three and makes it. Who leads this team in three-point percentage. And so that might be the shot she needs to get herself going at the three-point line, as she leads the team in scoring right now overall. The Groove playing a little quicker with some more pick and roll. McDaniels taking the screen and then driving. Ayana Moore being smart enough to drop down defensively because she saw Timmons sitting in the corner in the left corner ready for that three-point shot.
That's just good help defense there, being able to see it, be able to see where you need to go and be able to take away passing lanes. That is a huge huge spot there to be able to play good defense. You just hit a three of your own. You don't want that momentum to be flipped going right back the other direction.
So Lauren Taylor in playing the five right now. Still going with the smaller, a smaller lineup defensively.
Now, you don't have to say that to Ariel Colon, who was able to knock that one out of bounds. I believe it's her first action of the evening.
Johnson taking it out on the sideline now. Passes it in to Joyner at the block, who's making her post move. Lauren Taylor with some quick hands. Eric Colon in there as well. Laisha Petrie bring the ball down the floor. Colon passes it to Taylor at the top of the key, who passes it around the horn to Laisha Petrie, who's trying to dance with Diamond Johnson right now. Make a crazy pass. Gets it to Ayana Moore for the three. Moore misses it. Taylor gets in there for the rebound, but it's a foul going the other way against Lauren Taylor, who kind of knocks Joyner to the floor, trying to get that rebound.
Yeah, I was really trying to get position in there, and you have a lot of bodies in there. Maybe a subtle shove here or there, and unfortunately there for Savannah, that's going to be a foul against Taylor, just trying to get position inside.
Joyner was sub out. Gokdeng will come back in. Johnson bring the ball down the floor, who passes it off to Timmons. Eric Colon switching that. The guards are still switching their defensive stance. Lauren Taylor stepping up. Colon. Maya Hollingshed with the shot. Gokdeng with the rebound. Ayana Moore with the defense. And that's a foul going the other way. No shot because Timmons goes over the back on McConnell, who boxed her out pretty well for that rebound.
Again, had great position, a little bit of a shove in the back, and we have one that goes both ways now.
Petrie passes the ball inbounds to McConnell.
Shot clock did not start there, so they'll rack it down to 14 seconds, I believe, or maybe they'll just run a couple of seconds off to not really put Savannah in a bad spot there just because the clock didn't run yet. They move it down 4 seconds to 20 seconds, and it'll be a half-court entry for Savannah.
Laisha Petrie taking the ball out of bounds, inbounds it back to McConnell again. McConnell asking for the screen, doesn't take it, passes to Ariel Colon, who's dancing with it, and Diamond Johnson gets the steal on Ariel Colon. Colon and Moore trying to trap. Gets it to Timmons, who kisses off the glass for three.
I guess the banks are open this late on a Friday evening.
McConnell bringing the ball down the floor again. Moore kind of runs across the lane. McConnell trying to hit her quickly on the pass. Moore has to bring it back out. Cologne trying to force herself down there. Lauren Taylor takes the three and makes it. I mean, she's just putting that in the air, telling them to get it out the net.
Great job on the response there by Taylor. You get a three on one end, try to get one in the other direction as McConnell picks up the foul, and you can tell their facial expression there, trying to be aggressive, maybe just a little bit too much on that one.
She knew immediately, but Coach Brown is like, we'll take that. That's all right. You're being aggressive. You're making plays, and now she goes to the bench, and Q Morrison comes in, and I mean, you're subbing another defensive prowess player for another defensive prowess player. I mean, Morrison leads this team in steals right now. Defense is the name of the game for Morrison. And the Greensboro Groove throw that ball away off of a shank pass from Diamond Johnson. Seems a little frustrated as the Groove bring the ball back. The Steel, brings the ball back down the floor.
I thought Johnson actually had a really good pass there, just wasn't caught.
Morrison passes the ball to Cologne, who drives to the basket and is aggressive enough with Timmons on her back to force Timmons to commit that foul. Now Cologne will be going to the line for two.
I thought Cologne did a good job there. Saw the lane, knew she had a step. Used that speed she has to be able to get around, drive to the rack. Unfortunately, you're not able to finish it off, but at least you draw the foul.
Right, some of that kind of direction change gets Timmons on the wrong foot and allows Cologne to get right past her. Cologne makes that first one, and her first points of the game for the night is a free throw. Cologne dribbling the ball, looking to take the second one. Takes her time, and it just flushes in. 2 for 2 on the night, and the Groove are coming back the other way. Diamond Johnson with the in and out pass, drive on Cologne. Gets that step, and then Cologne kind of commits that foul. And now Johnson will be at the line shooting too.
And it's one of those scenarios here. Johnson goes to the line. We mentioned it, and keep beating the drum you have here. She's the leading scorer for this Greensboro team. Might not have it so far this evening. And sometimes all it takes is one to go in, and that one hits the back iron, doesn't go. So sometimes it's not your night, but sometimes it can flip just like that by making just a three throw, seeing one go in.
Absolutely. Johnson misses that first one, makes the second one. She kind of gets, you can tell she's kind of down on herself a little bit, trying to get herself into this game as well. Morrison brings the ball down the floor. Moore uses the screen, takes the drive on Gokdang. Lauren Taylor and Moore not communicating as well as they should, and they both go up for the rebound, and unfortunately the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Groove basketball with 3:10 left in this quarter.
Yeah, Savannah still in front, 51-35. Really in the same spot you were at the beginning of it, so you take it at the moment.
Johnson kind of uses Ariel Cologne to get as a defensive bar. Taylor gets that steal. Moore with the shot. Petrie comes flying in there but can't grab that rebound. Johnson corrals it and is heading the other way. Timmons driving to the basket. She spins on Cologne, passes it back out to Johnson, who takes the three, misses the three. Q Morrison with the rebound, passes to Lauren Taylor. Petrie's coming the other way. Petrie on Timmons. She drives to the basket. Petrie holds her and fouls. Timmons holds Petrie and fouls, and Petrie makes the and one basket, looking to make this free throw to complete the and one play.
You can tell Petrie is just playing with all the confidence in the world. Was able to get underneath the body to basically, when she jumps up, to go into the body of Timmons. That makes Timmons, there's nothing to do about that. It was going to be a foul 10 out of 10 times, and Petrie just has the touch to be able to finish it off to get the hoop and the harm.
Petrie looking to stay perfect from the line. Misses that basket, but still gets a two-point play. McDaniels rebounds the ball. She's bringing the ball up the floor for the Groove. Hollingshed with the screen.
And the foul's going to be against Savannah, trying to run through that screen. You get a little bit of leeway when it comes to that, but sometimes you run into it too hard and you're going to get that call against you.
Right, it's just going to depend on if you go directly into that screen or if you're trying to get her off her balance by going into her shoulder when she's standing straight and still. That's going to automatically be a foul on the defensive player, regardless of where they were on the play. McDaniel's at the line. She shoots the first one and misses it. You see Coach Washington hold her heads down. She's trying to get her team in it, and the best way to get in it is to make the free throws first. See the ball go into the basket. McDaniels takes her time and makes that second one. The score now 53-36, still up. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in this quarter. Q Morrison bringing the ball down the floor. She uses the screen for Lauren Taylor. Lauren Taylor. The pass, I mean, she gets the ball to Petrie, she is ecstatic, elated with her play right now. We saw that first three go down at the beginning of this quarter, and now it's just raining threes for Petrie, who makes her second one in the quarter.
And you're going to get another timeout here on the floor for Greensboro as Laisha Petrie is playing unconscious at the moment, draining every shot.
And that's just a testament to how the Steel are moving the basketball right now. I mean, you saw the motion, and we just hope they'll continue that motion going into this next play with 1 minute and 53 seconds left. We'll be right back after this break.
Trying to decide what's going to be the future, considering
continue that motion on the track. Greensboro inbounding the ball right here, Maya, with Maria Gokdang inbounding it. She gets it into Ty. Pass it, who gets the ball back into Gokdang. And the Steel just kind of closing in on her, looking for this first transition basket of the game, and Lauren Taylor gets it with 1.5 minutes left to play.
Great defense there. You get that defense and it goes directly into transition offense. Fantastic play there by the Steel.
Greensboro playing a little bit of motion. Timmons taking that three-point shot, not missing it, and missing it. Q Morrison with the rebound. She gets it to Petrie at the three, who makes the shot. Following, hoping for that and one, but makes the three anyway. Her third three of the quarter.
You knew that one was going in as soon as she lined up and got her feet set.
Greensboro gets it down to Gokdang, who gets it out to Johnson, who takes the three and makes her first three of the night. And finally getting the ball to seeing the ball go in for her.
Exactly. So that was her first shot after making that free throw as well. All it takes sometimes to see one go in.
Ayana Moore on the cut and the drive. She gets Gokdang in there, makes the move. Gokdang with some good defense to force that ball to go the other way. Johnson with the slow down direction. Gokdang with the rebound tip to Ty Porchia, who gets the easy deuce. The Steel are going to have to look to possibly just keep the ball moving on the perimeter, get the Groove out of their defense. Move the ball out. Petrie taking another three, misses that one. But Moore gets fouled on the rebound attempt by Porchia, and the ball would stay with the Steel.
Yeah, that's one of the shots there. I thought for sure Pichu was going to be able to knock that one down straightaway three. Sometimes they don't always go, but you still get the foul underneath, and that was the 15th foul of the quarter against Greensboro. So Taylor's going to head to the line and shoot a pair.
She misses that first one. Taking some deep breaths at the line, hoping to make the second. We got the shooter's touch on that second free throw right there. They give the Groove a 62-41 lead as the quarter dies down. Johnson brings the ball across half court. She takes Hollingshed screens and Gokdang screen. She's driving, she passes it out to Morris, who got that ball tipped by some good defense by the Steel, and they end the quarter 62-41 with an even bigger lead heading into the fourth. We'll be back after this timeout, this ending right here in this commercial break, to see what the Groove do in the fourth quarter and how the Savannah Steel keep the momentum going.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single-game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future, consider Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Ryan and Sergeant White here at Georgia Air
To close out the home opener. Next time the Savannah Steel will be in action will be this upcoming Sunday for a little matinee matchup against the Jacksonville Waves. That being a 3 p.m. tip-off fan fest going on outside from 1 to 3 p.m. as well. McConnell controls at the top of the key, dribbles over to the right side. Now gets to the right corner, faking the shot, now getting a pass underneath as Spearman's there to finish it off. Great eyes on the play by Sydney Shaw. Johnson will slowly take it down the floor. That looked like a travel, was not called. Pass back up top to Johnson. Dribbles on the right side, outside of the lane, kicks to the corner. Faking once, now taking the three. Hits the back iron, not being able to finish that one off was Morris. Rebound grabbed inside and turning and floating that one up and in was Hollingshed.
Hollingshed just staying calm under that pressure right there. I mean, keeping the ball high, making that veteran post move.
McConnell with control for Savannah, picks up her dribble, faces the double team, gets it over to Moore. Now skip pass over to Shaw, steps over three, off the mark, rebound grabbed inside by Gokdang. Passes ahead to Johnson, slowly makes her way up along the right side. Head fake, dribbles around one, cuts her way to the lane and banks it up and in. McConnell will slowly make her way across the half-court stripe, waiting for the team to get in order. Now at the right wing, now drifts over towards the corner. McConnell steps back for a moment, now tries to ride baseline, gets a pass off. Moore goes up for the chance, knocked out of her hands because she was fouled, and she'll go to the line. Here are 8.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 64-45, the Steel in front.
The Steel just being really good with ball movement. And I don't know if that means motion is just a play to run. And I mean, in a sense, it didn't even look like they were necessarily running a play. It was literally just the ball moving in motion. Them moving without the basketball. And that's been the key difference for them leading this game in this way versus the Groove not being able to kind of get the ball moving on their half of the court.
And Anna Moore makes the front half. Couple of substitutions for both sides. Second one falls as well. Johnson slowly makes her way across half court, now cuts her way to the left, faces some pressure, gets it over to a teammate who fires a three. That one will bank its way home, that being Hollingshead.
Maya Hollingshead again, she's a stretch four. I mean, former WNBA first round draft pick, so she's not new to this. She shot 42% from downtown early in her career, and she's completely comfortable doing what she needs to do.
Moore pass inside. Spearman looking to spin and go up. Now will take the chance. Too strong on the shot. Rebound on the play by Gokdang.
You can't trail. Maya Hollingshead is a trail player. If she trails the play, or she catches somebody else trailing the play, she's going to do what she needs to do to make that deep shot.
Driving and getting fouled on the play is McDaniel. She'll head to the charity stripe to shoot two. 7:44 remaining in this fourth quarter. 66-48. The Steel have forged the lead.
Megan McConnell and Harmony Turner kind of trying to discuss some plays right there. Not sure what the referees were trying to say.
First one from McDaniel is able to find the twine. Second one will go as well. So successful trip to the charity stripe there for Kamaria McDaniel. Harmony Turner will control it right around the logo. Gets it into Spearman outside of the left wing. Now ball knocked away from her, is able to regain control, gets it to Moore, trying to dribble around some pressure and does. Moore to the paint, able to Euro step her way in, just didn't have the roll to get it to fall. Rebound grabbed by the Groove. Johnson taps it ahead on the left side. Odd man break coming in and laying it up and in and getting the and one is Kamari McDaniel. Good transition play by the Groove. Jones is the one that started it. McDaniel's the one that finished it. Able to get the foul and now heading to the line. Trying to continue to cut into this lead of Savannah.
Yes, there was a little bit of miscommunication, I feel like, by Z Spearman and Harmony Turner on that first initial pass, so Shaw had to kind of try to maneuver her way out of that. She makes a good move to the basket. I mean, unfortunately, just doesn't make it. And then on the other end of the floor, the Groove being aggressive to get to the basket and force that foul in transition.
The N1 doesn't fall. McConnell controls for Savannah. Pass to the left wing. Taylor for three. That one rattles out. Rebound grabbed out of the air by Jones, who will work her way down the floor. Behind the back dribble. Now going to the lane. Stops outside of it. Gets a pass across, but nobody home on that one. Might have been a little bit of a forced pass there. Picking up the dribble too early. Turnover against Greensboro. Savannah will have possession.
I think there was clearly some miscommunication between Jones and Gokdang right there. Jones wanting Gokdang to kind of post up Taylor or Cochran and get that ball, and it was just a little too high for her.
McConnell plays catch with Taylor. McConnell, the left wing, gets it back to Taylor towards the top of the key once more over to Turner. Inside, Cochran working, and now to McConnell, corner three. That one hits off the rim, rebound grabbed underneath, going up to try to finish it off is Taylor, and she does.
Taylor keeping the ball alive and realizing that Hollingshed is taller than her, and usually the player that's taller than you likes to jump and try to block your shot, so she fakes her, pump fakes her, and gets the easy deuce right there off the glass.
McDaniel working around, gets to the right block, tries to go up, too strong, rebound grabbed in, and finishing off the play is Sahara Jones. 14-point game as the Groove trying to cut back into this. McConnell off the pick, works to the top, now gets it over to left side Moore, dribbles her way all the way in, doesn't take the shot, as she might have a mismatch, she can drive her way in. Moore picks up her dribble, now kicks it out to Taylor, left side. Taylor will drive, too strong on the shot. Cochran grabs a rebound and polishes it off.
What I want to see in a play like that, when you get a guard and a post player to switch, right? So Gakte has to switch on the Moore as she drives, and Cochran is posting up a guard. Get the ball into Cochran. I mean, leave that space and give her a chance to go to work.
Straightaway three from Hollingsdale doesn't go. In transition, Turner tries to run it down, not able to get the shot off. Now from outside the paint, works her way and high off the window, doesn't go. Cochran grabs the board, but has the ball knocked out of her hand. And a foul for behind the play by Turner. Got into the body of number 41, Kamaria McDaniel. And that's going to take us to a timeout here as well. Savannah with a 16-point lead with 5:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a race to the finish. You're listening to Savannah Steel basketball.
Trying to decide what to do for the future, consider Sergeant
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter here with the Savannah Steel leading 70-54. I'm Isaac Basinger, joined by my broadcast partner, who soon for the rest of the season will be taking over for the whole year. That's Destiny Hartwell. Johnson will take it out of the timeout. Dribbles to the right side, faces some pressure up top as Cochran knocked her to the knees, pass inside, and that's definitely a foul inside as Maya Joyner is wrecked from behind. She'll head to the line and shoot two. Savannah converged on her in the paint. I don't think there's any chance of getting the ball.
No, I mean, in the Groove, they're a team that likes to play fast, and we saw that in that instance, right? Diamond Johnson coming all the way to the left side of the floor, but taking those double screens from Hollingshed and Joyner, and then Joyner kind of turning around and flipping to the basket, and Diamond Johnson kind of falling, having to pass it to Hollingshed, who quickly sees her post player comrade making the move to the basket and tries to hit her in transition, because they're a team that likes to win and get their points in transition.
Joyner's knuckleball shot is off the mark. Second one coming right now. That one will fall. Ball inbounded to McConnell. Greensboro throwing a little bit of pressure on, trailing by 15 and under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. McConnell dribbles to the left, backdoor pass, Turner in, off the window and good.
And Turner is hype off that end one. She's such an animated player, and it shows in her game. She's a flashy player as well. And so for her being able to make that backdoor pass right there from McConnell seeing that, and her getting that and one opportunity.
Turner at the line, shooting the and one. And that finishes off a three-point play the old-fashioned way. A big play for Savannah. Just continue to stretch that lead. Johnson on the left side will go with the left hand, will curl it back to the right, gets it back up top, and takes the return feed. Goes over the one-handed pass, now back over. Johnson pump fakes, now time for a three, and that one's good. Cochran inbounds it to McConnell, goes across the minute line. Dribbles over the right side, trying to find some space. McConnell slows it down towards the right wing, now cuts out to the foul line, hands it off for a teammate. Inside Moore, pass to Cochran, can't get the shot off, loses the ball between her legs. It's still loose, comes back out to Moore. Up top, Turner, step back, three, and nothing but nylon. Harmony Turner from the right wing.
And again, Harmony Turner just has that grit. She has that dog in her, and she shows it every single time she's on the floor. She didn't even sweat that play.
Johnson with the shot off the screen doesn't go. Foul underneath as Turner was battling for the Taylor was battling for the rebound. Foul against the Groove with 3:43 remaining in the fourth. 76-58's our score in favor of Savannah. McConnell will slow her way across half court. Dribbles to the left. Hands it off. Once more over now to Turner. Turner off the screens. Got a roller on Cochran. Turner takes it herself. Off the window. Doesn't fall. Foul against Greensboro on the play. And Turner will head back to the charity stripe.
And you see Harmony Turner again just being aggressive. She's been leading this team and someone who is aggressive every time she has the basketball in her hands. And you can tell that Coach Brown definitely appreciates that as Turner gets a chance to make some more free throws. And as she's passing by Coach Brown daps her up.
First one goes. This fourth quarter has definitely been Harmony Turner's best of the game. You can tell she's able to find that stride, able to make some more shots, and have her to be able to continue to play the way she is and carry this into Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely. This is the 7th point of the quarter for Turner. And there's only been 4 Steel players including Turner, who have scored in this quarter so far.
Turner to shoot one more. And that one will fall as well. Across the floor, taking it in, Williams. Over once more and skewing around as Jones hands it back. Facing some pressure right away was Timmons. Gets it to the right wing. Trying to drive by, but losing the handle on the play is Jones-Bell. Gets it over to the right corner. Trying to spin around one is Jones. Goes for the jumper. That's off the mark. Rebound grabbed by McConnell as the shot clock was winding down. Under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. McConnell pass underneath. Taylor spots up. Doesn't get the shot up right away. Goes to the left block. Has it blocked. Other direction. Jones slows it down. Left side. Jones-Bell for three. That one's off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed underneath. Trying to finish it off on the play is Sahara Jones. She's fouled. She'll head to the line with 2:38 remaining in the fourth, with it being a 20-point lead for the Steel. And we get a wholesale change as some of the more notable players stepping off of the floor. And we actually have a timeout as well, so we'll step aside. 78-58 is our score here at Enmarket Arena. You're listening to Savannah Steel basketball.
Trying to decide what's going to happen, consider Georgia Air National.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and non-stop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
To the finish. 78-58, the Steel are in front. And listen to this Savannah crowd embrace their team. You can't tell me the hostess city isn't a hoops crowd. At the line, shooting is Jones out of the timeout, hits back iron, doesn't fall. That one rattles out, doesn't go. We're gonna foul right on the floor right away. Joyner was knocked away from it. Be a side out here on the near side. Or it is actually, it's team foul number 5, so excuse me, as Joyner will head to the line and will shoot a pair. Joyner's first one goes. An untraditional looking shot there. No rotation on the ball in those foul shots. That's just a knuckleball going up.
But she makes it.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, and that's 2 points there for Maya Joyner after that trip to the charity stripe. Turner dribbles her way down the floor. Almost looked like she was skipping. Drives to the left side, pass inside, trying to get it to Spearman, couldn't handle it. Spearman tries to rip it out of the hands of a Groove player. Grabbed by Greensboro, pass comes up on the right side. That play looked like it was doomed from the get-go, and it goes out of bounds off of Greensboro.
Greensboro just struggled this entire game mostly to get themselves into it. I mean, they made a lot of had a lot of miscommunication, miscues, and a lot of just not really discussing with each other the plays they wanted to run, how they wanted to run it, who they wanted to have the ball, and the Steel have been taking advantage of that this whole night.
Shaw's turnaround jumper to begin doesn't go. She gets it back and finds Spearman inside to be able to finish that one off. Back to a 20-point lead. Dribbling along the left side, Williams now straight away. Now looking to go inside to Joyner. She's hacked at. And it's going to be a shooting foul upcoming. It's going to be 2 shots regardless with 106 seconds remaining in this one. As you're going to see the Steel try to polish this first ever win in team history off.
And them just deciding to get that 20-point win at that after falling to this team twice in a row and overall only by 6 points.
There's definitely some frustration as that comes through as Joyner's first one rattles home. Sonia Morris back out on the floor. Guard played her collegiately at the University of Texas. Joyner's second one also falls. You know, I say something about her shot being a knuckleball, they go in. That's what I get. Turner on the right side, drives to the block, looks to get it up and in, and she does. Harmony Turner unconscious in the fourth quarter. Up top, straight away 3, maybe slightly to the right side, doesn't go from Jones. Bell foul underneath on the rebound. And the end of this game is just creeping along now, so we'll have some more 3 throws in. I know Shaq is one of the sponsors of the jerseys this year, but it looks like we have a Hack-a-Shack going on underneath as Joyner back to the charity stripe.
And I'd like to point out that at the beginning of this game, I said these are 2 players in this rivalry that know each other and know each other's play. I mean, Spearman was at Tennessee, Joyner at LSU, so they know each other very well. The SEC here tonight, and they showing up. They battling right now in this fourth quarter for their team.
You can tell that, you know, the score might be what it is, but there's still something to prove for every single one of these players to possibly get a look at getting called up. Cologne on the left side stops at the elbow, backs it up top to Turner. Minute 15 remaining in the contest. Turner dribbles to the right, goes to the right elbow with the shot off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Joyner, goes behind the back of the dribble, gets it across the timeline. Pass to Jones Bell on the left side, stops, looks to get it up top, but her feet left the floor. But we're gonna get a foul called underneath. This one's gonna be against Sydney Shaw with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. And this one, and back to the charity stripe is Joyner.
I mean, and maybe Joyner just decided she was tapped.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Looking at the call up there as Joyner makes the first one. Shaw looked like she was firmly outside of the restricted area underneath when she took that bump, but they must have said that she wasn't completely still when it happened as Joyner makes the pair.
Joyner decided she wanted to make some free throws at the end of this game and get herself some points on the scoreboard.
Cologne across half court. Now she takes the bump as she goes across from Sahara Jones. Not quite yet 3 throws. Actually, it is 3 throws. They just updated the scoreboard. 15 foul against Greensboro. Cologne will get ready for some 3 throws. Knocks down the first.
Cologne so far only having free throws in this game, but has made all 3 of her free throws on the night.
Knocks down the fourth. No broadcaster jinx there. They continue to let things roll. So we're under a minute now. Pass comes across. Jones Bell trying to find some space. Steps back, doesn't like it. Now comes across to the near side. Working through is Timmons. Dribbles to the right. Off the screen. Stops. Gets it straight away. Morris doesn't take it. Goes and tries to go back up with a nifty move. High off the window. Doesn't go. Grabs her own rebound. Lays it in. But we got contact underneath. Not sure who the foul is going to be on as there was 1.8 on the shot clock. Foul's going to look like it's going to be against Savannah.
Harmony Turner on with the foul, and I think she looks a little flabbergasted as to how she got the foul called on her. She probably felt like it should have been on the other way around.
If I'm being honest, with 34.7 seconds left, I think that's a no call. I think that's just 2 players trying their hardest to go get inside, but bodies hit the floor, makes it easy to make a call then. First 3 throw falls on the play for Timmons. Or excuse me, that being Jones. Second one doesn't fall. Cologne grabs a rebound, pushes in transition. Gets it inside. Spearman can't finish it off. She's fouled in the process. And she'll be slow to get up before she heads to the line.
Tayana Jones-Bell really kind of hack-a-shacking a little bit on Spearman right there. And it may be a little bit of a frustration foul at that. I mean, the Steel are up 84-67 with that foul. 29.4 seconds left. Maybe the refs look like they're gonna be reviewing that play as well to see if it should possibly be upgraded.
That's what my guess is. We'll see what they have here, see if we get any replays here on the video board or not. But that was certainly a hard foul underneath. You know, that could be a frustration foul as well. So we'll see what comes out of this. As we are allowed to have, you're allowed to review these type of plays at any time. And something we should have mentioned at the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter is that's when you can start to, coaches can appeal underneath to see if they can review out of bounds plays. And they can also go back and see if somebody was fouled, causing the ball to go out of bounds as well in those cases.
Absolutely. I mean, and Spearman deserves to be rewarded. She ran the floor fast about like a track star. I mean, she was Sha'Carri Richardson out there trying to get her a quick, easy 2 points. And like I said, then that just Jones-Bell with that frustration foul, and Spearman ready to take these free throws, looking to kind of get her some free throws on the board. I mean, she right now in the free throw line, she's 1 for 4 right now, shooting about 25%. So she's definitely looking to possibly get some free throws going for her right here.
They're done looking at it here. Now we have the discussion. With 29.4 seconds remaining in the game. Now, obviously, you want to get it right, but also this contest is settled. So I'm sure everyone would like them to try to, come to a conclusion quickly.
The referee's still having some conversations about it.
Flagrant 1, it's going to be upgraded as we're going to
upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. They're going to shoot 2 and they're going to get the ball side out. Free throw line.
Thank you.
You just heard it there from one of our referees here this evening, that being Dominique Hunter. So Z Spearman will shoot 2 and then side out
For the steal.
First one doesn't fall. Second one does rattle its way home.
I wonder if Coach Brown right there was telling Z, you missed the next one. You got to up and back. 10 seconds on the clock.
You never know. She might have made a ran right there.
That's what they've been doing all week in practice. Everybody has to line up and shoot free throws. You miss, you get on the line. 10 seconds up and back, and y'all back shooting free throws again.
Turner controls on the left side. Slows her way down.
About a 5-second difference with game and shot clock.
It wouldn't surprise me if Savannah doesn't shoot one here, but Turner looks to come in on the right side. Step back, jumper, almost silky smooth, but hits the back iron. Coming forward, Jones-Bell with 5 seconds. Now continue to work underneath. Joyner goes to reverse layup. It will not go. And the Steel have been forged in Savannah. They win their first ever game in team history.
I mean, and you can just see Harmony Turner was definitely feeling a little type of way because she wanted that last basket. But like you said, the Steel get their first win of the season with the 85-67 win over the Groove. I mean, a surefire win. No debating that. The Steel has something to prove and definitely proved it. Coach Ross told us that the Steel weren't going to leave Enmarket Arena this weekend without a win. And now, hopefully, they won't be leaving Enmarket Arena without a second win on Sunday night against the Jacksonville Waves.
Listen to this crowd embrace this team. Final score again, 85-67. The old adage is it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. And I'll tell you one thing, this Savannah team is a good squad.
Third time's the charm. I'm sure if you ask Coach Brown, she's probably taking a sigh of relief because she was like, her team was the last team to get their first win of the season. But I know she is elated and excited to get her first win under her belt of this UPSHOT League as head coach.
Absolutely, and big congratulations for her. This is a hard process, starting something from scratch, and to be able to put a good product on the floor, and that's exactly what we got here tonight. Quick recap of the game. Savannah led for mostly the whole way. They led after the first half, 40-25, and one thing we talked about, it was, they had those second half woes in the first two games. They certainly corrected them going into tonight, into the second half. Arguably, you could say the third and fourth quarter were their best quarters of the game. Shots started to fall, and that really paced them to be able to pick up the win.
Absolutely. I mean, Laisha Petrie gets her shot going in that third quarter, making three three-pointers out of the four that she decided to take. And then Harney Turner in that fourth quarter just going off, playing completely unreal to just kind of put her team even further away in terms of leading this game. And so the Steel get their first win. It's a team win overall. Everybody played, almost everybody scored. And so we're looking at the Steel continuing that momentum and that success come Sunday evening or afternoon.
You can say the Savannah Steel, perfect on home court in team's history. After one game here at Enmarket Arena, again, another fantastic crowd here. Again, the city, I said it earlier on the news on MeTV with WJCL. Savannah is a sports city. They're going to come out and support, and they absolutely showed out here tonight. And we'll see whatever we can get the rest of the weekend, as this could be very exciting to see what is to come here at Enmarket Arena this whole season. But the next time you can watch the Savannah Steel in action, it's going to be this Sunday. We already mentioned it. 3 o'clock tip-off against the Jacksonville Waves. First time we'll see them. It'll be interesting to see what a different team looks like when it comes about, especially with Jacksonville playing tomorrow against this Greensboro team. We'll see what the Steel are going to be able to have all about to be able to come back with a little bit of rest and play Sunday afternoon. Again, 3 p.m. tip-off, and continuing our opening weekend here. Fan Fest will be outside, right out front of Enmarket Arena, starting at 1 o'clock, leading you all the way up into tip-off to be able to finish off this fantastic weekend of women's professional basketball here in Savannah. So again, the final score for the final time this evening, it's the Savannah Steel 85, the Greensboro Groove 67. For Destiny Hartwell, I'm Isaac Bass, and you're saying we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope to have you back once more again, and we'll talk to you Sunday afternoon. This has been a presentation of the UPSHOT Basketball League and the Savannah Steel. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.